All right. So I've been sick for the last couple of days, so I am just doing a quick catch up. So I haven't been covering politics on stream because I've been just too fucking sick to go over anything specifically. Biggest thing that's happened recently though is this Pam Bondi testimony. And it was a fucking clusterfuck. I watched a little bit of it. I just didn't have the energy. I got influenza B. I didn't have the energy to pull out analysis out of my ass. I'm finally feeling better. I think I'm past like the real downtrot of it. Still coughing. There's been a lot that has happened in the 3 days I've been sick. It's been 3 fucking days and a lot of shit happened. I know there was also a Jimmy Kimmel segment that was blocked. I know Nick Fuentes is like breaking with the right. And I know Jasmine Crockett did Jasmine Crockett things. And we don't like Jasmine Crockett. We want our boy, white Christian boy in Texas. He's Texas State Auditor. James Tellerico. We love our boy James Tellerico. Anyways, let's get into the Pam Bondi stuff. Because I haven't seen it fully on my end, but...
To the survivors in the room, if you are willing, please stand. And if you are willing, please raise your hands if you have still not been able to meet with this Department of Justice.
Yeah, I'm not
surprised. Please know for the record that every single survivor has raised their hand. Attorney General Bondi, you apologized to the survivors in your opening statement for what they went through at the hands of Jeffrey Epstein. Will you turn to them now and apologize for what?
My guess is going to be a no. I'm pretty sure somebody already leaked or like spoiled it, but leaked it. But I'm pretty sure she doesn't turn around. Doesn't she like start talking about the economy?
Your Department of Justice has put them through with the absolutely unacceptable release of the Epstein files and their information.
Congresswoman, you sat before, Merrick Garland sat in this chair twice.
Attorney General Bondi,
No, can I finish my answer?
No, I'm going to reclaim my time because I asked you a specific question that I would like you to answer, which is, will you turn to the survivors? This is not about anybody that came before you. It is about you taking responsibility for your Department of Justice and the harm that it has done to the survivors who are standing right behind you and are waiting for you to turn to them and apologize for what your Department of Justice has done.
Members get to ask the questions, the witness gets to answer in the way they want to answer. The Attorney General can
That's
respond.
not accurate, Mr. Chairman.
Because she doesn't like the answer. So,
Mr. Chairman,
why
I have asked
didn't
a
she
question.
ask Merrick Garland this?
I am reclaiming my time, and when I reclaim my time, it is
Mr. Chairman, the gentlelady's reclaimed her
I'm not going
time.
to get in the gutter for her theatrics.
The time belongs to the gentlelady. The gentlelady has 17 seconds.
Thank you. You're not going to answer this question, so let me just
Chairman,
say this.
I'll direct it to
what
you.
a massive
No, I'm
cover-up.
answering a
Mr.
question.
Chairman, will you restore her time? The witness is interrupted.
I'm not going to get in the gutter with this woman.
Stop the
She's
time
doing theatrics.
and let me have my time.
The gentlelady from Washington controls the time. The gentlelady has 17 seconds. You can proceed with your final 17 seconds.
What a massive cover-up this has been and continues to be.
Like, absolutely fucking pathetic from Pam Bondi. Holy shit, dude. You look like a fucking weak little pussy.
Donald Trump made the release of the Epstein files the center of his political campaign because he thought it would benefit him. Then you got into office, Attorney General, claimed to have a client list, only to then say that there was no list. Your deputy,
time-
Todd
the time of
Blanche,
the-
met alone
time of the
with
gentlelady
Elaine
has-
Maxwell
the time of the
and
gentlelady has
transferred
expired.
her to
Fuck
a
you.
minimum security prison. And now you continue
the
the
time of the
cover-up. And
gentlelady
I
has
wish
expired.
that you would
Yeah,
turn
he's even
around to
laughing
the
'cause he's like,
survivors
she's
who
not
are
gonna stop.
standing right behind you, and on a human level,
Chairman,
apologize
Chair now
to them
recognizes the chair.
on what you have done.
Time of the
I
gentlelady's
yield
expired.
back.
The gentlelady's, you have no time to yield back.
Theatrics.
We appreciate that. We appreciate the thought.
We appreciate the thought. Oh my. Oh, literally, she looks fucking insane. Holy shit, dude, you're evil. You're gonna die and you're gonna go to hell. Ah. Oh my god, she's so fucking beyond evil. Very rarely do we see people in history that are this evil and this double down on their cruel actions. Americans disapproved 3-1 to the administration's handling of the Epstein files. It's literally like the worst thing ever for the admin. Also, Biden could have just released the files at any point during his administration, but he chose not to. Massey drew some blood in the key exchange. Kentuckian. Yeah, Thomas Massey's been out here fucking swinging with these on the Republican side for the Epstein files. Not in the way that defending them, like fucking releasing them, bro. Kentuckian pointed out another big redaction issues, how the administration appeared to erringly redact some men whom law enforcement at one point appeared to suspect of criminal activity with Epstein. Les Wexner, no way. I didn't even realize that he got fucking removed from the files. Bondi noted the administration as Wexner's name appeared everywhere in the documents. But Massey referred to this as a red herring, said the Justice Department happened to redact his name specifically where it was linked to possible crimes. That's, not surprised. Moment of real comedy. Democrat Rep. Eric Swalwell of California often tussled with Trump allied witnesses. Instead, focused on threats that he and his family have faced. After detailing them, he asked Bondi if they were still being investigated. Bondi replied, "They are being looked into. I can give you more details on those. No one should be threatened ever. None of your children should be threatened. None of your family." Yeah, she doesn't fucking care. She doesn't care. And this is like, dude, like, why even give her the chance to respond to that? Hearing pointed to the administration's many problems. Yeah. So they approach something you can't miss. The Dow is over. I gotta see that. Pam Bondi. The Dow.
I have several questions for you. Who's responsible? Are you able to track who in your organization made this massive failure and released the victims' names? Are you able to track who it was that obscured Les Wexner's name as a co-conspirator in an FBI document? Do you have that kind of accountability?
I believe Wexner's name was listed more than 4,000 times.
Yeah, I already told you that. This is where he's listed as a co-conspirator.
Can I finish my answer? Come on, let me finish my answer. We corrected that within 40 minutes. He was already, you're acting like everybody's trying to cover up Wexner's name.
Reclaiming my time.
I'm going to answer this question.
Reclaiming my time. Mr. Chairman.
This is how this works.
Can I have my time back?
Yes, it is. It is literally how it works. Shut the. Oh my God.
Mr. Chairman.
The gentlelady can give her answer. The time belongs to the gentleman from Kentucky.
All right, I'm reclaiming my time.
Can I give my answer?
So
Yes.
I'm going to put the language of the bill up on the screen.
Chairman, may I give my answer on that? This is a political joke, and I need to give my answer on that.
We'll let the Attorney General respond, and then the gentleman can move to his next question.
It's my time.
Within 40 minutes, you asked me a question. Within 40 minutes, Wexner's name was added back.
Within 40 minutes of me catching you red-handed.
Yeah, you dumb bitch. Oh, wait, what?
Virginia.
Is she still in testimony right now?
Several of those
Am I stupid? Is Pam Bondi still in is still testifying? As February, yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure this is done and over with, right? Yeah, this was like. I was almost like, what the fuck? All right, well, I don't want to watch that from. There we go. This is what I wanted to see. Hold on.
Bondi, you go right ahead. I'm over here. The time is yours.
Thank you. First, he brought up the president saying they indicted me twice. They sure did. They tried to impeach him twice, and you, Mr. Nadler, were one of the leads on the impeachment. I was on the other side. I lived that with you. During impeachment, you said the president conspired, sought foreign interference in the 2016 election.
He did.
Robert Mueller found no evidence.
That's not true.
Of foreign interference in 2016. Have you apologized to President Trump? Have you apologized?
Holy shit, dude. Oh my god, this is gonna win over 0 fucking people. Yeah, Pam Bondi's out. It is so clear that nobody prepped her for this. The Trump admin does not like Pam Bondi. This is so clearly that she wasn't like prepped for this at all. If she was prepped for this, she would be giving better answers. But she looks pathetically weak here.
To President Trump, all of you who participated in those impeachment hearings against Donald Trump, you all should be apologizing. You sit here and you attack the president, and I am not going to have it. I'm not going to put up with it. You know, all they want to do, the American people need to know this. They are talking about Epstein today. This has been around since the Obama administration.
True.
This administration released over 3 million pages of documents, over 3 million, and Donald Trump signed that law to release all of the
Under complete public pressure. He said that we didn't need to do it for months, but okay.
documents. He is the most transparent president in the nation's history. And none of them asked Merrick Garland over the last 4 years one word about Jeffrey Epstein. How ironic is that? You know why? Because Donald Trump, the Dow right now.
This bitch.
The Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader, as I hear, Raskin. The Dow is over $50,000 right now.
She's like genuinely surprised. Like, what the fuck? Also, yes, I agree. Why wasn't Merrick Garland ever questioned about this shit?
The S&P at almost 7,000. And the NASDAQ smashing records. Americans' 401ks and retirement savings are booming. That's what we should be talking about. We should be talking about making Americans safe. We should be talking about, what does a Dow have to do with anything? That's what they just asked. Are you kidding?
Mr. Jordan, Mr. Jordan.
Committee will be in order.
Mr. Jordan, am I going to get an extra 45 seconds added to my time?
The committee will be in order. The time belongs to the gentleman from Texas. Ms. Bondi, the Attorney General can respond.
Thank you. The Dow has shattered 50,000 for the first time. This is crazy.
Insane behavior.
It couldn't be done in 4 years, yet President Trump has done it in 1 year.
I have a UC.
Ms. Crockett from Texas is recognized for UC.
Thank you so much. Donald Trump's approval rating implodes on his strongest issue. This is from Newsweek today. It says 40% of people approve of Trump's handling of immigration and border security, while 60% disapprove.
Without objection.
God, dude, he looks like such an old fucking fart.
Is a net drop
Now I
to
recognize the gentleman
-20.
from California, Mr. Liu.
Thank you, Attorney General Bondi, for being here today. I'm going to show you 2 photos.
Thank you.
I'm going to show you 2 photos of former Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew attended various parties with Jeffrey Epstein. Under the law Congress passed, you were allowed to redact photos to protect the victims of Epstein's sex trafficking operation. You redacted the photos of this victim's face because you were following the congressional law. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, that we redacted the victim's
Because you were
face?
following the congressional law, correct?
Yes.
Okay. You have now established that please put the photos back up, that we are looking at a sex trafficking victim. Under the Federal Victims Trafficking Protection Act, not only is Jeffrey Epstein guilty, but anyone who patronizes Epstein's sex operation is also guilty of a crime. That's why I find it absolutely despicable that you sought to protect Epstein's clients, like former Prince Andrew. Last July, you closed the case on Epstein's abusers. The July 2025 memo from your Department of Justice stated, quote, "We did not uncover evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties." These two photos, please put the photos back up. These two photos staring you in the face are evidence of a crime and more than enough evidence to predicate an investigation against former Prince Andrew. So I ask you, Attorney General Pam Bondi, why did you shut down this investigation last July, and why have you not prosecuted former Prince Andrew?
I need a. Is this
I
speech
don't
still?
believe you asked
Yeah,
Merrick
okay.
Garland these questions.
Oh my God! I mean, yes, but Jesus.
And he was Attorney General and set before
I agree with you.
You twice.
I'm reclaiming my
Did you?
time.
Never
I agree with
mentioned
you. I agree with you. During
Did you not hear
the Biden administration, I called for people looking at Epstein files. Merrick Garland dropped the ball, as did Attorney General Bill Barr, as did Alex Acosta, a whole string of failures. But you are in charge. You have the power to change things, to hold these men accountable, and you're doing the opposite. You're protecting them. So I want to move on to another man.
Can I answer
Donald
that,
Trump.
though?
I want to move on to another
Can I answer
question.
your question about protecting
You
Prince
answered the
Andrew?
question.
You're saying no. I love this.
I want to discuss another man, Donald Trump, who is all over the Epstein files, like former Prince. Here's the video. Like former Prince Andrew, Donald Trump attended various parties with Jeffrey Epstein. I want to know, were there any underage girls at that party or at any party that Trump attended with Jeffrey Epstein?
Oh, is she gonna say no here?
This is so ridiculous, and that they are trying to deflect from all the great things Donald Trump has done. There is no evidence that Donald Trump has committed a crime. Everyone knows that. This has been the most transparent presidency. He's the one that asked that those files
I'm reclaiming my time.
be
I got your
released.
answer. You said there's no
President
evidence.
Trump asked
Chairman, please stop the
to
clock.
sign
Please stop the clock.
the legislation. This is
Time
ridiculous.
belongs to the gentleman from California.
Okay. I'm going to put up another document from a witness who called the FBI's National Threat Operations Center, because I believe you just lied under oath. There is ample evidence in the Epstein file.
Don't you ever accuse me of a crime.
I believe you just lied under oath, and this is on videotape. You said there's no evidence of crime. I'm showing you. Here is a witness statement who called into the FBI's Threat Operations Center. He drove Donald Trump around in a limo. He overheard what Donald Trump said to Jeffrey on his cell phone. He was so angry, he was going to stop a limo and hurt Donald Trump. And he met a girl who said she was raped by Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. She later had her head blown off, and officers at the scene said that could not have been suicide. No one at the Department of Justice interviewed this witness. You need to interview this witness immediately. Epstein should rot in hell, so should the men who patronized his operation. And as we say here today, there are over 1,000 sex trafficking victims, and you have not held a single man accountable. Shame on you. If you had any decency, you would resign.
Yeah, that's true. Ted Liao, man, you come out swinging like that. Oh. Apparently, Pam Bondi refuses to release more files. Oh my God. Okay, I need to see this. There it is. Oh my God. Pam Bondi says all files have been released, even though we know they have not. Can I actually see the fucking video, or are we just gonna stand there? I really hope Democrats take every single one of these pieces of shit to court
We begin with the latest developments surrounding the files related to Jeffrey Epstein. In a letter to Congress on Saturday, Attorney General Pam Bondi announced the Justice
Oh, it was in a letter to
Department has released
Congress.
all of those files, claiming it had fulfilled its obligations under the Epstein Files Transparency
Oh my God.
Act. That's a little bit up for debate. The letter also outlined its justification for the redactions made in the released files, explaining they were limited to victim privacy, including personally identifiable information and medical details. Republican Congressman Thomas Massie of Kentucky, who led the charge to pass the Epstein Files Transparency Act, along with Democratic Congressman Ro Khanna, was asked yesterday about this new reasoning from DOJ. Watch.
Yesterday, the DOJ sent Congress a letter explaining the reason for all these reactions. So you are not satisfied with that?
No, they're citing deliberative process privilege in order not to release some of the documents. The problem with that is the bill that Ro Khanna and I wrote says that they must release internal memos and notes and emails about their decisions on whether to prosecute or not prosecute, whether to investigate or not investigate.
Do you still have confidence in Pam Bondi as Attorney General?
I don't think Pam Bondi has confidence in Pam Bondi.
That's true.
She wasn't confident enough.
God, he has such a fucking spine. Even though he's a Republican, like, he has a fucking spine.
To engage in anything but name calling in a hearing. And so, no, I don't have.
Prince Andrew was also arrested. And like, holy shit. He has actual, or the UK, even though they're a conservative fucking shit ass country, has like a functioning justice department somewhat.
Confidence in her.
I'm not really sure he ever did, but that's also beside the point. Bondi's letter to Congress also included a list of more than 300, quote, politically exposed people whose names appear in the files in a variety of contexts. They include Donald Trump, former President Bill Clinton, and other politicians, business people, and artists. I mean, Eugene, when I look at this is the letter that we've been waiting for from the Attorney General. It is weeks and weeks late, but then again, so is the full release of the Epstein files. Because even as they say that they're being fully transparent, there are members of Congress looking at the files literally saying, I see things that are missing. I still want more information about X, Y, or Z. But now the DOJ is basically saying, too bad. I mean, what happens next?
They're saying they're done at the end of the day, right? That we have fulfilled our obligation. The problem is they weren't on time. They were very late, and they don't seem to have fulfilled the obligation of the law. When we talked to a bunch of Congress folks, I know you did too, just about like this idea of client-attorney privilege, right? Yeah. They say that there's certain things that are redacted because of client-attorney privilege. Who's the client and who's the attorney? That also wasn't a reason why they could redact.
Yeah, in the literal law.
And some of the redactions that they've done, they kind of explain.
There's honestly, I'm not surprised this is the point that we got to, but there's not much else to say besides the only thing going forward that's possibly to be done is midterms, right? We win those. And if we win enough in the Senate, and honestly, I could see enough in the Senate and in the House to impeach. That'd be kind of crazy. That's just my like pie in the sky idea, but and I would say if we don't get an impeachment, we need immediate, once this administration's over, because it will be over eventually, doesn't last forever, every single one of these people needs to be sentenced to life in prison. Nuremberg, death sentences for most of them, honestly. Like, I'm not saying that they should or shouldn't, but I could see it on the table for them. I don't know. It's insane fucking behavior. Genuinely evil people who will rot in hell for the rest of their lives. Or the rest of eternity. All right. Well, I'm getting back. I'll be doing regular political segments now that I'm not feeling sick anymore. So that'll be a more regular thing from now on.